What's going on, everybody? It's your boy, Winston A. Marshall, aka the Swaggy Blurred, and welcome to another quarantine series. Now, people have been asking me, like, what kind of inspired me to do this? I mean, here's the thing. We all trapped in the house. Some of us more than others. I mean, y'all know that I've been out delivering groceries and shit, helping out people that can't, get certain food stuff. But now I'm kind of stuck up in the house for a little bit. LA said everybody needs to chill. So I'm only doing stuff for emergencies if I hear family and friends call out. So I want to take this time to introduce you to some people that you may have heard of, you may not have heard of, that they are killing it in their fields, that they are making a massive way for themselves and stuff like that. And that's really what this is. This is an opportunity to get to know people that are killing it. And one of the biggest things that's out right now, obviously, is Twitch streaming. And this is another homie that I met through Dodgeball. A lot of these people are going to be I would have met through Dodgeball, which is kind of funny. He's not very good at it, but he is damn good at sniping your ass in Fortnite. I'm talking about none other than Mr. Chris Saint. What's going on, brother? How you doing?
Hey, what's up? How you doing? Thanks for having me.
I'm chilling, man.
I see that.
Didn't take my fucking pajamas off. I mean, if I'm in the house, why change clothes?
Bored in the house, and you're in the house bored.
Exactly. That's
Exactly.
I've not that bored, because I decided the first thing, just out of tradition, that I was going to play when I got my TV set up was Halo. So I'm replaying through Halo Combat Evolved, and God, I'm trash.
What day is it?
Embarrassing.
Tomorrow, all the new Final Fantasy comes out. Final Fantasy VII Remake.
I know, and I don't have a fucking PlayStation, and I'm fucking pissed.
What?
I have an Xbox. I'm an Xbox. I've been an Xbox dude for a while. Like, I had.
Well, that's what you get. You get to play Halo and Gears of War, and you get to go fuck yourself.
Wow, you were rude as fuck. You know that, bro? You were rude as fuck. Tell them to release it on the Switch, goddammit. This is some old bullshit.
Right? We need those 15 frames a second Halo.
God damn, you are so goddamn disrespectful. It's ridiculous. Yep. It's going to be a fun interview, man. So, for those that don't know you, just tell us a little bit about yourself, man. Like, Chris, obviously, like, you're a big time gaming streamer, Twitch streamer. Where are you from originally? Obviously, there's an accent there, so you're from somewhere that's not America.
Right. There's a little bit of it left. Originally from England, body piercer by trade. Set myself this goal one day of just being the most well-known body piercer in the world, and then
really,
yeah, I was like, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna fucking do that. I was like, this industry hasn't had like a person. I'm gonna do it, and then got to a certain point, and I was like, I sat there down, and I was like, I'm gonna either need to put a lot of money into advertising, or I'm gonna need to really work at getting a TV show. And then, like, the week after, I lucked into a TV show. Like, wow. without even trying. I'm not even going to say it was skill.
Dude, like, so then I'm so curious about that. Why body piercing? Where the hell did that come from?
I grew up with tech stuff. Like, I went to university for internet systems and AI. Mm-hmm. And then there was just a body piercing place that was near to where I worked. And I just got to know the people there, like, started talking to them, started spending my weekends there, like chatting to them and hanging out and getting to love it. And then started like doing it part-time. And then when I moved to America, I was like, I could do this full-time. And this could be like, I could actually do the thing that I love doing, you know?
That's so interesting, dude. I mean, like, I think about people in America now, and they're like, yo, what hobby did I get into? It's like, yeah, I'm gonna write freestyle rap, son. Like, I'm gonna be the next Lil Wayne and shit. And like, I have a thing for like taking computers apart. You're like, I like putting holes in people's bodies. Like,
yeah, it was something I never would have thought that I loved. And then it's that thing that when you start doing it, you realize that you weren't made to do anything else, you know?
bro.
This is weird.
I mean, that's kind of an amazing thing to say, that you're like, this is what I was put on this earth to do.
Yeah, it's weird. And it's not like an evil thing if I want to hurt the person. It's not like a cool, like a lot of people in the industry, like, it's not a cool goth thing. I'm not like, hey, I want to be edgy and weird. It's like the challenge of getting that jewelry in the person, like, in pixel perfect ratio, so it looks perfect, and then having the person happy with how it looks in the end. Wow. It's like the end point is the thing that makes you happy. It's not so much the process, you know.
Well, and so then that raises an interesting question. You're a tattoo artist as well, right? Or you just do body piercing?
No, just body piercing. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay. But you obviously body piercing parlors and tattoo parlors tend to share space together and stuff.
They
like
tend
that.
to go, yeah. But
So,
I mean, that was half the challenge, is taking something that was always the secondary focus of those places, like that brick and mortar place, and then being like, all right, my challenge now for this month is to try and earn as much as all these tattoo artists put together, or like is to try and bring more people in than all of them, like to set myself a bar and then be like, all right, what is 10 times more than that, and just try and hit it, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like that's been the focus for the past like 15 years.
That's kind of wild, man. And you've been doing it for a while too. That's also pretty kind of crazy,
Rough, man.
Is it?
It can be sometimes, like, living in LA, it's like all of a sudden the model for making money changes every 3 months.
Well, I mean, shit. I mean, what we're dealing with right now, the fact that we are trapped where we are, which we'll get more into, obviously, the streaming side of things with you. But like, we're put in this situation now where you had like a good thing going, and all of a sudden it just kind of stopped. Because I'm assuming you're not doing any piercings right now, correct?
Oh man, it was crazy. We had our like big event that we do every year.
Yeah,
and we had like 600 people through. I think I did over 300 piercings that day.
God damn.
I know, right? And then like there was lines around the block, and then 2 days later we got the notice that like it's Corona time, like everything's shutting. And we were
bro, why does that sound like like the next Power Rangers is like the Mighty Morphin COVID Rangers and shit? It's Corona time.
It's Corona time.
Fever. Difficulty breathing. Like just fucking just
rough.
Shit. Like,
but yeah, it was like 2 days later we got the order that were like, hey, all businesses, like, you probably shouldn't be doing. So we were like, cool, we're gonna go appointment only.
Sure.
So that there were only ever like 3 people in the shop. So it was just you and your client and another, like a tattoo artist and their client, someone at the desk. That was it.
That's technically 5, but good on your
whatever,
good on your
you
math.
know what I mean.
Good on your math, sir.
And then 2 days later, they were like, all businesses closed. So it was like within a 3 or 4 day period, because I know I'm not good at my math. Everything was done. It was like whatever earnings I'd worked up over 15 years of good Yelp reviews and customers and keeping them and like guaranteeing everything for life, within a course of 4 days, like my earnings were just zero.
And
it was nuts.
That's
just like everyone else.
Yeah. Well, and so I'm curious because I'm assuming you're similar to like the way barbers are in like salons and whatnot, that you rent out space more or less.
Yeah, it's the same thing as like nail salons, hair salons, those kind of things.
Yeah. So that being said, does that mean that you technically have your own independent business? You're not employees to the shop?
Yeah, it does. Yeah.
So did that affect you with like unemployment stuff? I'm just randomly curious because like as far as a lot of the independent gigs I've been doing, that kind of fucked me with unemployment.
Yeah, it fucks us with that, and then also because we're in this weird middle ground where we are a business but we're one person,
right?
And it means that a lot of the small business loans and grants that are coming out right now we're either not eligible for, or if you read the fine print, you're in this thing where they go, cool, it will be forgiven. And then that fine print eventually becomes can be forgiven. And then that fine print eventually becomes it's a 3% loan. So you're like, the last thing you want to do is get into debt right now.
No, well, and that's the thing that's wild, man. That's personally why I have found myself like driving Instacart and like kind of starting my own little side hustle, like delivering to family and friends. And it's a part of it has been because honestly, I know how scary this is, and the only way that we're gonna beat it is like you have to keep the minimal amount of people outside of their homes. Oh, what up, girl?
There she is. There's Brielle.
Got headphones on. What's up, Brielle?
He says, "What's up?"
There she is. Hear you, so.
No, I know you can't. I know you can't. Well, Brielle, I will have to interview you as well if you're out here like taking over Twitch numbers from this motherfucker. Like, we'll
man, she is. She's killing it. We got to talk about that at some point. She's fucking. It's nuts.
Starting an OnlyFans. I'm starting a Patreon. I'm selling feet pics. What do people want to give me money for?
Yo,
real insults. On the line, I just like to shamelessly plug. My ass is all over my Instagram. If you'd like to go and hit that follow button.
Hit that ass.
Hit that if you want to tap that ass real quick. But it's funny. It's funny that she mentions an OnlyFans. did you ever meet my homegirl Jen? She doesn't really play any of the Hollywood stuff, but she does do Waka stuff.
So.
She's a professor, and she was joking about like I might have to go and do like a Professor Pussy like OnlyFans. There's at least like 50 old white dudes that want to see me lecture them something in just like a bikini and shit.
Yeah, I was like, it's the new normal. It's like Snapchat used to be up here, and Snapchat used to be just for dick pics, and now Snapchat has companies like CNN and Variety advertising on. And then all of a sudden we got Patreon, and Patreon was, when it first came out, was just for like dirty cosplay stuff, and now it's like all these companies are on it too, and they're like crowdsourcing their monthly income, and that's come down. And now then OnlyFans was like pornography, and now it's like everyone's kind of getting one for it's like a personal input.
Yeah.
There's man, there's you're like 4 days from me being able to talk about it, but we just did a deal with a very famous company, a very big social media company that's moving their system on in that kind of way that we're going to be launching in about a week.
Dude, that's amazing. See, and that's the one thing that I love about this. And obviously, you can't really say anything right now. But that's the one thing that I love about the quarantine. If there's anything to love, is the fact that like you're seeing people really think outside of the box right now.
Yeah.
So like really finding like there's a project I can't talk about that's going to be dropping, I'm assuming within the next week, just because of the nature of the content. There are so many different things that are popping off. You're seeing some of the online comedians hitting like a whole new level of like insanity. Like, did you see the the 2 Chainz song "I'm Different"? Right, I'm different. Yeah, I'm different. Yeah, I'm different. A dude did a song called "I'm Distant."
Are you okay if I switch that on again? Is that cool?
Oh, I thought it looks better without it.
No, the frame rate drops a little. You're the best. I love you. Thank you.
Oh, y'all so sweet. See, you would hope, because that's the other thing about quarantine that people are like, at one point or another, people are like, is this relationship gonna last or not? We gonna find out. 1 month together, no holds barred.
Man, we were in bed this morning, and I got up a little early. I played a couple rounds of FIFA and had a coffee, and then I got back into bed, and like we were cuddling, and she's like, is it bad that this like whole quarantine situation has made us feel closer? I'm like, no, it's good.
Bro, the same thing happened with me and Kristen, where it was a situation where there was definitely at the very beginning, it was like oh man, we are right up underneath each other 24/7.
Oh, he's gone dead. I wonder if that's us or him. You're having a little lag problem, bud. Let's see what's. Oh, it's not you. It's not us. It's you.
Definitely me. It's all good. This happens to me every now and again because my computer's a little bit older. It's less the internet and more just my machine.
We got this.
Likes to, but we good. If it goes dead, whatever, you can just.
It'll come back.
On again. Can you hear me now?
I can hear you now. Yeah.
Okay, cool. I was just saying it.
And as soon as you did that, it went out again. We're here.
Oh goddamn! Did that work? Am I here?
Ooh, there you are. You're a little choppy now, but I can hear you.
Son of a bitch! All right, hold on. I'm gonna see.
Do you want me to turn my video quality down?
No, it's not that. I'm gonna real quick. Like I have hella shit open.
Yeah, you gotta close that hella
shit. Try and free up some memory.
Get Chrome closed. Get Chrome closed.
All right, let's see. Don't need you. Sorry, everybody. You know how this is.
You're good. You're looking better already. Every time I say that shit, it freezes. We'll get there.
All right. How about now? Am I back?
There you are. You're coming to be back. You're a little slower frame rate wise and bit rate wise, but you're good.
All right, I'm gonna try something real quick. Yeah, I'm gonna try something real quick where we'll keep talking, but I'm going to try and switch over to my phone because my phone loves to work a lot better than my computer does from time to time.
Yeah, you gone out. We'll get you.
We're going to have to.
Someone that's in charge of this software is messing with us because you go, "Am I okay?" And I'm like, every time I go, "Yeah, you're fine." That's the exact point it freezes.
That it freezes, right? It's fucking ridiculous. God damn. All right, let's see. If I do this.
We got this.
And then.
And then.
Add you.
Ooh, there we go. We just switched sides.
Yeah. So now I'm just gonna go. All right. Let's see if that fixes it. So now I'm just gonna do it from my phone, because fuck it. I'm just gonna have to hold this for the next 45 minutes, which just sounds fucking terrible, but I don't give a shit.
There you go. You got those arm muscles.
Hey man, this how you get your workout in, right? And then, like I said, look, y'all, we're jury rigging this as a quarantine series. I mean, I'll get better with it as we go, but the whole point is really to just like to connect and whatnot. But yeah, no, someone took what's it called? The
I'm different.
Song. Huh?
I'm different.
Yeah. Okay, God, I thought I froze again. I was like, God damn it, no. I'm different, and then like I'm distant. Yeah, I'm distant. Like and did a whole fucking remix about like social distancing and shit.
That's
and like
great.
I was fucking crying. Like I'll send it to you when this is over, man. But like that's what you're seeing. You're seeing people just kind of go above and beyond and figure out a new way to do stuff right now. So the fact that Brielle like is doing her thing with her stream, I know you're killing it too. And like obviously this new project you're talking about and stuff like that. Like that's what's. If there's going to be any sort of excitement to come out of this, it's to see the true creativity out of people.
Yeah. Well, I was saying to Brielle, I'm like, it's a really shitty time and everyone's out of work. And like, by no means would I ever wish this on anybody. But if we can take away something positive, it's that everyone gets to put 100% into their pet project that they want to do and actually see if it would work or not.
Yeah.
Like, now's the time to do that thing you've wanted to do at home and monetize it and see if it will actually work. And in 2 weeks, maybe you're like, oh shit, that was never going to work. Or you're like, oh crap, I do actually have like the balls to do this.
Right. No, I completely agree, man. And it's I want to see what the world is going to be like when this is all over. You know what I mean?
Different, definitely. I don't think we're going back to what we came from. I think we're going back. We're going to go into something that's forever changed, you know?
Yeah. No, I completely agree. I think that like, went out.
You drop his phone?
I dropped it real quick. Hold on. I'm trying to see. That's why when this is over, we're going to have. There we go. All right, can you hear me?
Dude, the thing everybody's finding right now is that like the problems we're having right now are even getting worse because anything to do with live streaming, cameras, lighting, equipment is just all unfindable. Like you cannot buy that shit for thousands. You cannot get that stuff now for months. It's crazy.
It's as bad as trying to find toilet paper and shit right now.
Yeah,
honestly.
We got me and Brielle have friends hitting us up this morning. They're like, we're working with this company. How much to rent your gear? They're like, because if we tried to buy it brand new, it's like 5 times the normal price, and 2, we're not going to be able to get it till May 1st. They're like, we got a project that needs doing like today. So that's where we're getting right now.
That's the thing that I feel that's where I feel very blessed myself, man, is that I've got like so a lot of the fans that I work with on the Schmodown and stuff like that, they sent me like a ring light, and they actually sent me like a podcast setup right before all this shit hit. so like I can actually
Right.
use it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, we kind of set Brielle up for streaming right before. Like we've been slowly buying little pieces over the course of like maybe the last like year and a half, but then we got everything dialed in. Honestly, like a week before all this shit went down, and it was just perfect timing. Like it was just luck. It was crazy.
Yeah, no, it's funny. It's funny how that works out, man. And so it's one of those things where like I that's part of why I want to like further push, like continue to push it forward, just to see, you know, we have to get creative with what you got right now. You know what I'm saying? So like,
Yeah.
But I want to, I like the casual part of that. I want to keep pushing towards the conversation. I want to talk about you and how you got into Twitch streaming and all that kind of stuff. Obviously, like now, is it something that again you just thought of, you wanted to just do as like the same way you wanted to be the best body piercer? Is that the same thing with Twitch, or did it just kind of happenstance fall in your lap, or like what? How did that happen?
It was kind of like it was just this light that switched on. Like I've been playing video games my entire life. Like we started out with a Spectrum ZX128K, which was like you had a cassette tape that loaded the games. Like, and I read that manual back and like started programming, like typing in the code for my own games. Like when I was young, and like I've played these games my entire life, and then like I messed around with it years ago, like in like 2012. Like I messed around with it a little bit. I was like, oh, I could do this, and then just dropped it. And then after the TV show hit in like England and Spain, a rep from Facebook hit me up and was like, hey, like, you ever thought about doing this? I was like, yeah, actually, I have. And they're like, well, we got this program going on right now. You could sign up for it. And I was like, shit. So I started streaming initially on Facebook. And then I was like in that whole ecosystem with their new gaming setup. And I was like, damn, I could actually do this. And then once that came to its natural conclusion, I was like, all right, where is the monetization? Where is the money? Where are the most people? Where is the culture? And then that's when I linked onto Brielle. I was like, if I can make money doing this, I was like, you can make 100 times more than I can. I was like, you're much more personable. You're much more attractive. Right. You're much better at sitting in front of a camera and yelling at people like all night. Like, and a lot of it's kids.
Somebody was trying to get some ass. Somebody was trying to get some ass. Baby, I can make you this money though.
Yep. I was like, you got to do it. So and she's always wanted to do it, I think, too. So we started just getting the equipment, setting her up, and within a small amount of time, she's got her monthly subscribers that are paying like between $4.99 and $14.99 a month to watch her ad free and like get access to her on Discord and all that kind of stuff. Like she's killing it. She's killing it. The model used to be,
wow, man.
And then, like, yeah, we do sponsored streams for game companies, and we work with these like other companies like Restream. Or she's just about to quit her restreaming and go exclusive with one network, and I'm still with the multi-streaming stuff.
How? Well, this is a good question. So, how long has she been doing that to have hit this speed so fast?
How long have you been streaming, Brielle? What? How long have you been streaming?
Like the way I've been, or like
like actually set up, like properly doing it.
Well, I first started to try when I was with fucking deadbeat. Let's see. I measured time in boyfriends. Hmm? You're the best. I think I started in 2014, maybe.
Oh,
trying with the Uncharted series when Uncharted 3 came out.
Oh, can you hear us? There's a bit of a delay, I think.
Damn it, man. This tech shit is killing me. It's killing me.
He says this tech shit is killing me.
I'm just gonna go out on a limb and hope that this
you cut it all together. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. I'm just going back to it. Now this motherfucker.
You gotta turn your volume down.
All right. Yeah. So how long has it been? How long has she been streaming?
Yeah, how long have you been seriously doing it with?
Seriously doing it with the setup that I have and like actually having a Discord and like a schedule, like 3 months.
3 months, 3 or 4 months.
What?
Yeah, she's killing it.
54 subscribers, I think, right now that
she has,
watch me ad free, and then I get one-off donations from people every stream, probably.
She's killing it.
This is the first month I'm probably grossing just over $500.
Wow, man.
So it's the first
and we're only on the 9th.
Yeah, it's the first month I'll be able to pay like an actual bill with my streaming stuff. But I literally just started, and honestly, I didn't start getting like a good view count until like a couple weeks ago. And it all just starts rolling in. You end up getting regulars that not only donate on a regular basis, but will donate subs to new people. So when a new person pops in, they're really interested, but they're clearly like either a kid or like super broke, or they don't even know what a sub is.
Sure.
Your regulars will donate a sub to that person, which means they pay their $5 for the month. And then they get a cute little badge and they get the stuff that's included for the first tier for the first month. And then they're like, oh shit, what just happened? And then they're
like catapulted into the community, you know?
And then I have like a little leaderboard, and my regulars will move above that person. I'll be like, oh shit, Sweetie Sweet's taking over Psychedelic. And then Psychedelic will drop like a $10 donation. He'll move back up. He's like, suck it. And like, it's just this fun little.
That's wild, man.
Yeah, it's crazy.
It's the Wild West.
It's crazy.
And that's so for sure, Brielle, I'll want to do another follow-up interview with you, but like, I think that's what's, because I know, Chris, you've been doing this for a while now, because like obviously Body Person for 15 years. How long have you been kind of in this domain?
4.
About 4 years?
Yeah.
Nice. And then what on average, like how many subscribers do you have? Like what kind of numbers do you see, stuff like that? Because if you're doing exclusive content and stuff like that, I'm assuming that you're also like got some pretty stellar stuff.
Yeah. See, my model's a little different because when I was working for the one company, semi-exclusively, it was a monthly. It was like salary.
Okay.
To be with that company, and then what I would do is also for digital marketing companies, go on panels and basically yell at people about how to make money doing it. So all this stuff that I'm like, hey, Brielle, you should like maybe keep a schedule. Like, hey, let's go. Hey, maybe you should go on at the same time each day. Like I would be able to go on these panels and just be like, hey, kids, you got to keep a schedule. You got to do this. Like I would just yell at them, and they would pay me to do the panels, and then like I would get the monthly salary. Mine was what the other one was. It was sponsored streams from companies. So when the game first comes out, they want to hit a certain number of people playing it that first week. Sure, so they pay people. Yeah, they pay people to do that. So
God damn. I am so mad right now because look, man. All right, so what? It had to have been. When do you remember what year Halo 2 came out off the top of your head?
Not off the top of my head.
Ah, shit. Let's see. I'll look it up real quick.
We're just going to do the same thing.
Yeah.
2004.
2004. So that's what I thought, man. So this was like probably junior year, the summer after junior year of high school. So me and my buddy, we were playing in like all these Halo 2 tournaments around the city, and we were just killing it. Like we were winning tournament after tournament. And I had someone come up to me and be like, yo, we're like, I know you've heard of like the Counter-Strike competitions and stuff like that. And it was kind of around the beginning, like, Major League Gaming wasn't quite a thing yet, but they were starting to really become that. They're like, we're looking about putting like a 4-man team together. It would be like, you would have like tag teams, and then you would have like a 4-man squad playing. And we would love to like have the two of y'all like come like try out with us and potentially like sign with the team and blah, blah, blah. And I told my mom, and I was like, yo, like this is what they're starting with the salary. We could win this amount of money. And she was like, little boy, nigga, you ain't played no goddamn video games. You go get your goddamn diploma. You gonna take your ass to college. You still want to play fucking video games. You can do that shit after. I'm so mad, bro. I could be so fucking set right now out here just playing shit. Like I see these motherfuckers playing.
It was a different time. It's a different time, you know?
But I was trying to tell her, Mom, this is some forward thinking shit. You don't get it. Like I promise you this is gonna be a thing. Cause like there's a famous photo of me. I'm gonna try and find it. When I was a little kid, Blockbuster used to do video game competitions, and there was one for Sonic the Hedgehog 3. and it was like essentially a speed run of the first like act on Angel Hill Island.
I remember that.
And I won like the one at my local Blockbuster.
Yep.
But my mom wouldn't let me go to the
next
citywide
stage,
thing because I was like 10. So she's like, no, you're not doing this. So my mother has been stopping my dreams for so long.
Man, I did the NBA Jam one.
Oh shit!
I won the NBA Jam one, the Blockbuster one.
Yeah,
when I was at the same age.
Oh my god,
but
dude!
The weird shit is now they do college scholarships based on video gaming.
I've heard about that, which is
so
absolutely insane.
If you're killing it at Fortnite or Warzone or CS:GO, you can actually get a college scholarship based on that.
It is what a time to be alive, bro. I'm starting to wonder if I shouldn't have been a millennial and I should have been born a Gen Zer because that fucking sounds incredible.
Dude, like the last Fortnite last Fortnite World Cup that they do every year now, the winner was a 16-year-old kid. It was a $3 million prize pool, and then the next week he was on Jimmy Kimmel.
God damn, dude! Like that's
fucking nuts.
It's absolutely ridiculous. Like I think of like Ninja, for example, and like the amount of money he fucking pulls and shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it is crazy.
But that's the difference. You see, a lot of the players have to make this distinction between like being a crazy competitive player and winning the competitions, or winning the long con of how much money you're making. Right. So Ninja is probably one of these people. He's up there with like Ninja, Tfue, all those guys, like Shroud. Those guys are the guys that are making the most money.
Right.
But when it comes to like we went to the Fortnite Pro-Am last year, which was like it's like a professionals and celebrity tournament.
Okay.
And Ninja didn't even place.
Yeah.
So it's like you got to make that decision. Like there's less money in being competitive, but you get to say you're the best. But
well, you know what's interesting about that? And that's where I think that people start to realize it really is like sports, because there are plenty of like superstars in like baseball and basketball and all that kind of stuff that like they're not necessarily like super crazy good like LeBron James type shit, but they're good enough that they can make the serious dollars and like, fuck it, I'll take the mega contract, but I'm never going to win a championship because I'm on a shit team, but they're going to pay me money. You know what I'm saying? So like, yeah, it's kind of a similar thing. You either, like you said, you go for the dollars and the fame, or you go for like the I win tournaments and shit.
Yeah, like the guy that won the World Cup, his name's Booga. Like you log into his stream, and it honestly, like the dude's killing it. He's great, but the stream honestly looks like shit. And if he wasn't the champion, you'd be like, I'm not watching this. I'm going somewhere else.
Right.
But it's like, but then you log into some like Ninja stream, and you're like, oh, this is a studio setup. Like you are in a studio. You have ESPN style transitions. You're looking good. It's
I found the photo, so check it out. This is me. I want to say I'm probably about like dude. I'm probably like maybe somewhere between 8 and like 6 and 8, something like that.
You can't even see that screen,
bro. You can see the NBA Jam in the background, but
the angle that screen is at, you're viewing it in like ultra wide screen. Like you're letterboxing that screen. That it looks like this to you,
dude. And I think the funniest part about it, like you can see, like he has in his hand a stopwatch and all that kind of shit to get the official time, and like, bro, smashing on him. And my mama wanted to crush my dream. Like, this is some bullshit. I'm sorry, mama. I don't mean to cuss so much when I'm talking about you in case you're watching this, but I just, you know, I had these motherfuckers. I did, and I'm sorry for swearing yet again. I didn't mean to do that.
But you'd have been one of those poor people that was ahead of their time. Like you would have got your, like at the time it was probably like $500 prize money.
Right.
And then that was the top. Like you would have there was nowhere to go. Like you would have been like, I'm the best in the world. And you'd be like, cool. Like that would have been it. You would have been ahead of your time.
Well, and what I was trying to tell her is I was like, let's just find a way to balance it then. So instead of me like, you know, because they wanted me to put in roughly about 20 hours of practice a week, which is fine. Because if you honestly think about it, like that's essentially all of the time you spent like doing football or basketball or theater rehearsal or whatever. That's essentially the same thing. So that would have been what I was doing after school instead of my homework, because I would have been running like formations and shit, which I knew lots of people that did that in clans for Counter-Strike. They just weren't really winning money. They were just doing it, you know?
That's what when I go to these things, when I go to these panels and I yell at these kids, I'm like, I'm like, hey, like I'll pick someone sometimes. I'm like, how many hours of Fortnite you play a day? And he's like, 4 or 5 hours. I'm like, well, why aren't you streaming it? He's like, I don't know, man. I'm like, even if you're streaming it for 4 or 5 hours and one person throws you $20, that's $20 you got for playing Fortnite that you wouldn't have got. And also, then what if you do something spectacular? You've got the clip and your reaction. Like that could go viral, and then all of a sudden you're making like $500 a stream, $1,000. Like,
dude, you're like the Tony Robbins of like video game streaming out here.
Well, it's like, why are you going to put 6 hours a day into something and then it's almost like you're taking away the chance to monetize it. Why wouldn't you just do it?
Well, that's a very solid point. So now I want to kind of get into like, you don't have to go off and give all your advice because it sounds like you charge money for this shit.
No, I'll give it. Okay. I'll yell at anyone.
Let's go. Well, okay, so like kind of tell us about it. Like, let's say somebody is interested in like, let's just not even say video game streaming. Let's just say live streaming in general. Like, what is a good starting point for somebody that's interested in that?
You just got to sit there and figure out what hardware you're working with, and what you want to do. So if you want to play video games, you got to figure out what game you can successfully stream with the hardware you're working with. The cool thing nowadays is PlayStation 4s come with Twitch streaming built in.
Nice.
And a lot of the advice I always give people, I just gave someone this advice before I got on. I was like, get a secondhand PlayStation camera that goes on top of your TV, and for like $10, and then you're set up with camera streaming on Twitch. You're good to go.
That's amazing. I mean, is that obviously PlayStation was a little bit more forward thinking with that. I know for a lot of people with Xbox originally they were using their Connects to do that.
You can do that. You can, Xbox now you can actually plug any webcam into.
Oh wow.
So you can plug any webcam into your Xbox, and Xbox comes with Mixer pre-installed. But you can do it also on Twitch from straight from your Xbox.
That's amazing. All right, well, I'm gonna have to talk to you how to do that because, like, look, if I'm gonna get super pissed and embarrassed playing Halo, I might as well monetize it, as you're saying. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like,
why not?
Why not? You know.
I mean, and especially when we're sat at home, it's like you're gonna do something embarrassing, cool, funny. Like at least you've got that content too.
And that's what I was going to ask you. So, what makes interesting content for like for live streaming in general? Obviously, big personalities, funny things, like crazy things, but like specifically for gaming live streaming, what draws people to watch it?
Oh man, I don't know. And different people are drawn to different things. Like I get people come into my when I play like first person shooters, I'll do like 30 minutes to 45 minutes of drills at the start of the stream. So I'm going into like a practice lobby, and it's like a practice lobby in creative, and I'm doing like wall edits, jump, 180 shoot, 180 shoot, 180 shoot, 180 shoot, jump, 180 shoot, jump, 180 shoot, wall edit this wall, edit that wall, peek shoot, peek shoot, peek shoot, and I'm doing that. And but I have a certain type of viewer that will watch that.
Yeah.
Whereas I think if Brielle did that, her viewers would be like, what the fuck are you doing? Why the fuck would I watch this? Like, just get into a game and start screaming at each other. Like, it's a different type of viewer. Like, everyone is drawn to different people for different reasons, just like in real life. Like, you walk into a bar and there are certain people you're going to want to speak to and certain people you're just not going to want to talk to. And everyone's drawn to different people. And the best thing about this platform is there are enough people on it that everyone gets their own little niche community, you know?
So then that becomes a follow-up question. If someone, again, let's say from a gaming streaming standpoint are trying to do that, would you recommend that they just be themselves as they normally would? Would you recommend they try and find like a gimmick? Like, is there a specific thing you would kind of advise them if they're first starting out?
Yeah, if you're first starting out, just go and have fun. And eventually what your channel is going to be will be apparent to you by the end of the first month.
Okay.
It's like people are in the chat and they're typing, and sometimes, especially if you've got open lobbies and you're playing with your viewers, they're in your ears too. And if they don't like something, they'll tell you. And if they do like it, they'll tell you too. Like it's not, you're getting constant feedback from these people.
No, that's fair.
Like,
so
in real time.
Yeah. I knowing obviously because you've been in it 4 years now, and Brielle is, I guess, 3 months in. Did people just magically walk in, or is it because she got an endorsement from you, or like what? How did people find her in the first place?
Nothing to do with me. She's it's a lot about her personality. Like she's
Mm.
just somebody you want to talk to. She's got experience on camera.
They just saw her randomly in a lobby and they just said, fucking, let's see what this is. And they just stayed. Is that kind of the way you're talking about it?
Yeah, it's like, but at the same time, it's quality. Like she's set
Sure.
up with a lot of people on Twitch too. They're set up with bad lighting, a bad quality stream. It's pixelated. The camera's small. It's at like 720, and she's set up on like a full high bit rate, 1080 stream, 60 frames a second, well lit. Looks like you go there and you're like, cool. This is some. If you want to watch it on your TV, you can watch it on your TV, and it looks like a show. You know what I mean? Like it's that level of quality. It's not like a pixelated webcam thing. You know what I mean? Like the,
Right,
you know when you like FaceTime somebody and it starts to pixelate.
Yeah.
It's not like that. It's like a full.
Or how this was working. You know, like I don't want to jinx this. What, like 20 minutes ago, where we're just like, hey, oh, he's gone. Oh shit. Okay, well.
Yeah, but once this is all together, then it's gonna look great.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah. This is not. We're not in the finished version. We're in the making.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, but yeah, so okay. And then you mentioned, just like anything else, I mean, you got to treat it like a TV show, so it's scheduling, so the same time every
day,
like
putting your schedule online. Yeah, so people are like putting those alerts up, getting people into Discord channels, basically so that if they don't get the Twitch alert go when you go live, if they have notifications on, they're going to get the Discord alert. If they don't get that, they get the Facebook alert. Like,
Tell me, for those that aren't familiar, I've used Discord a little bit, but tell me a little bit about Discord. What specifically is that?
Discord started as a way for people to chat on games that don't have chat built in.
Okay.
So Discord, you can do text chat. You can type on your phone, on your computer, and talk to people in like a message board chat room forum.
Okay.
And then also it has voice chat. So say you got say you're playing old school retro Mario Kart, like Mario Kart 64.
Yeah.
You can have a Discord channel on that, so you guys can still have voice chat within those old games.
Nice.
Yeah, okay, that's what it was for. And now it's evolved into like one of the fastest growing communication mediums on the planet, and every company in their right mind has a Discord.
Oh wow! So it's almost like similar to a Slack, but it's more forward facing than like behind the scenes facing, sort of.
Yeah, when I started mine, it was just for like piercing questions, healing questions, and booking help. So if you were having trouble booking, you go in this part of the Discord and I help you with it. If you got piercing questions, I talk to you there. And now those are still there, but then there's also stream chat, general hangout, like other stuff, like because a lot of the times on Twitch, Mixer, Facebook, YouTube, you can't type links and you can't put images in the chat. So people will be like, "Oh, I just popped it in the Discord," and then you go over and you view it there.
So then there's another question, because obviously it's you by yourself. How is one essentially interacting with people on the Discord while streaming, or you don't? You kind of do them as separate entities.
It depends on your setup. With us two, we've got like a dual screen setup. So this is where the main computer is here, and then here is a different monitor completely. So the game is generally running here, and then your studio software and your other stuff and your chat is on here. So you just put it on this other monitor.
No, but even at that point, I mean, if you're playing Fortnite, you got time to like stop real quick, be like, and then like get back to what you're doing, or you just kind of leave it.
That's part of it, and it's like part of it is getting used to that.
Yeah.
And part of it is getting that clip where you get sniped in the head while you are reading someone's bullshit chat message, and then you're screaming at them for like that. You see, you're laughing now. That's the whole thing.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Bet, man. So obviously, I know that Fortnite is a big one for you. What other games do you personally end up streaming?
Fortnite, Animal Crossing,
I saw that.
Fuck yeah! I fucking love Animal Crossing. What do they do?
What the fuck is Animal Crossing? All right? I see everybody's fucking playing it. I don't fucking know. I just know that I hate those goddamn characters in Smash Brothers. So I really don't know shit about Animal Crossing.
It's one of those things that you will not get until you play it, and then when you play it, you're like, "This is just the most relaxing thing in the world." Do you ever play Sims?
Yes.
Yeah. Have you played Minecraft?
No.
No. It's like
Sims meets Minecraft.
Yeah, it's like a Sims meets Minecraft, but there's no point to it at all. Like you just, like and it's got this digital well-being kind of built into it, where you can play for 3 or 4 hours a day, and then it comes to its natural end because it's like built for 7-year-olds. So they're like, let's not have these 7-year-olds be addicted to this game for 12 hours a day.
So
But
it just shuts you off.
Yeah, you get. Yeah, it comes to a logical conclusion. And then if you want, you can continue to do stuff, but it's kind of mindless after that. But it's like, it basically puts you on an island and it goes, cool, here's your house. This is the owner of the island. If you want to build a house, you have to take out a loan from this guy and then pay it back. And if you want a bigger house, a bigger loan, and then pay it back. And the ways to do it are you catch bugs, you fish, and then you sell them.
So this is just
stuff.
So this is literally, hey kids, let me teach you how to be a fucking adult.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah. Wait, so why the fuck are adults playing, hey, let's be an adult shit? Like just go, this is life, my dude. Like that's
because it's a good break, because it's like you can go into this world and you can build the house that you cannot get in real life. And also these cute little animals are going to be so understanding if you can't pay back your loan. They're not going to scream at you. It's a nice break from the real world, you know?
Fuck, man. I maybe that, because here's my problem. I don't, because of the state we're in, I don't have a shit ton of money to spend right now. So I'm debating between getting Pokemon, which I was asking everybody, should I get Sword or Shield?
Mm-hmm.
I guess Animal Crossing now. And then Dragon Ball Z Kakarot. What I really want is fucking Final Fantasy VII Remake, but again, don't have a PlayStation, so I just put that off the table. Yeah. So I've been trying to figure that out, but now you fucking say Animal Crossing. I don't know why my black ass is sitting here actually thinking about doing this.
You know what? Get it on your phone and just play it on your phone. There's an Animal Crossing Pocket Camp on the phone.
Really?
And play it. It's free, and then you'll see if you like it.
All right,
and then it's not exactly the same on the phone, but it will give you a taste of it.
Like an idea. Oh yeah. God, dude, you see what you're trying to do to me? You're out here trying to fucking give me a little taste of the drug and then come back and take my, oh man, come on, man, let me get some of that real Animal Crossing, man. Fucking shit.
It's rough.
Well, damn, man. So, all right. So I like to do a thing because we got about 14-ish minutes left, a little less than that. I like to do a thing where I call top five. So I ask you about your top 5 of 3 different types of things. So I'm going to start off with you. I'm going to ask you about your top 5 favorite games of all time. I know that's kind of difficult. That's a large span of things, but if you can think of, if not of all time, the ones that pop up into your head that remain classics for you.
I can do this easy.
Okay.
Final Fantasy VII, the original.
Okay.
Tomb Raider, the original Tomb Raider.
Okay.
Sonic the Hedgehog 2.
2 is bomb, bro, but don't sleep on 3. Don't sleep on 3, but 2 is pretty good.
2 was the first ever game that I noticed there was a hype around. It was like a movie release. Like Sonic the Hedgehog 2 came out and it was massive, and like it had a whole new character, and it was one of the first games I remember was like a massively hyped sequel. Like,
yeah, that's true.
I'm not taking away from 2. I'm not taking away from 3.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna say like 2 came first.
I've also beaten 2 way more times than 3.
Yeah.
I feel like it's just that 3 had that soundtrack, which I don't know if you remember was fucking produced by Michael Jackson, which is fucking insane. But 2 is
the hype just kept going up. The hype level of that game.
That's true. All right.
Was that 3 or 4?
That's 3. So you said you said Final Fantasy VII, you said Tomb Raider, you said Sonic 2.
Sonic 2. Street Fighter 2 Championship Edition.
Okay, nice selection of all of those.
Championship Edition, gotta be. And honestly, like, I know this is stupid, but honestly, Fortnite, like for a first-person shooter, I have never like.
But I thought it's a third person. Am I wild? Like, I don't really
it's third, yeah. But for like for a shooter,
yeah,
I always used to argue that Call of Duty, it felt so good when you hit people because it had that like noise.
Yeah.
You actually felt like you hit them.
Yeah.
In this game, when you headshot someone, it's like a coin explodes in their head. Like, and it just I don't even have the like. I can't have the vibration on the controller because it like throws you off.
Sure.
But like it's just such a status. If you headshot someone on that game, it's an unrivaled satisfaction.
No, I've gotten too used to the vibration. Unless you're saying that the coin vibration is way more intense than normal. You mean vibrations in general? You don't like them whenever you play?
No, you got to get them off because if you're there's like a split second, and it's just a minimal amount of room you have to be able to move. You can't have the vibration of that like throwing you off.
I mean, bro, you just need to do hella caffeine and any other uppers that are gonna fucking get you going, and just be like, you'll get used to the fucking just. But I mean, you're closer to a professional level than I am at this point, so maybe you're onto something, you know, one way or the other.
The controller I play with, you can take the front plate off, and you can actually remove the vibration parts of it for games that don't let you switch it off.
Wow,
that's how much we cheat.
God damn, dude, that's fucking ridiculous.
That's hardcore, huh?
I mean, no, it is, but I agree with you. It's amazing how every little detail, because I specifically remember in playing Counter-Strike and like with the op, like, I mean, I prefer to scout. Like, Scouts and Knives is one of my favorite modes. But when you had the op that and like,
I got a Sticks and Stones tattoo on the back of my arm.
Do you really?
Where is it?
Fuck, dude.
There it is.
That's amazing.
Because those game modes were always the best. It was like one pistol and a tomahawk.
Yeah. Oh, dude, the absolute best. But like the same thing, the power, like the sound effect of the Desert Eagle of the op, like you would fire and you would feel that fucking power. So you're right. When it would hit somebody, you'd be like, yeah, I fucked them up. So I know what you're talking about. All right. So those are top 5 games. Let's go to this one. Will probably be a little easier. I mean, you knew those off the top of your head, but because they were
it's just standout stuff, you know? It's like parts of your childhood.
Top 5 video game characters.
Video game characters. It's got to be Link.
I respect that one.
Link, Sonic the Hedgehog. You're going to hate me because I never grew up with like Mario games.
Yeah.
I always thought after playing Sonic, I was like, this is slow and it doesn't look as good. Why am I doing this? So it'd be Link, Sonic the Hedgehog. It's the same games. It's just the people from those games. It's like
then Lara Croft,
Cloud, and who else we got? Like video game characters that are massive.
I mean, I don't know how you don't say Master Chief. I mean, he was.
I don't see it as a. Don't see it. I know that's a big one, but I don't see it.
I get it. He didn't talk. Like he was all about that action, boss.
I don't see it. If I was gonna pick a character like that, I would pick the main guy from Doom.
The Doom guy. See, but that's important to ask that question. You know what I'm saying? Like,
came first.
To know that. Okay. All right. And then we'll go with the last one. How about top 5? How about top 5 streamers that you personally enjoy watching? I don't know if you watch any other streamers at all.
Yeah. Fuck. Well, it's difficult because like there are a lot that I appreciate because of what they're doing and to keep the subscriber base and to have that like niche, but some of them they're putting on characters that are just complete assholes. So like some of them you got to respect the game that they're playing,
right?
Like the long con that they're doing, but you're like, oh, you're just doing it in such a shitty way.
Yeah.
So it's like, so honestly, the one guy that I do really like I really like watching streaming is his name's Nick Air30. Nick Air30. He's great. Nate Hill's good. Tifu's great, but he's got that like Logan Paul douchebag thing about him. So
fucking hate the Paul brothers, man.
Fucking hate him. You gotta hate him.
I fucking hate him, dude. Ugh.
We just refuse to work with him.
Well, the Paul brothers are the reason that honestly, like PewDiePie used to be that, and like he still can sometimes, but not. He's never been a douche. He's just been like a lot. But
he's just been wildly racist. So like he comes in, people come in our room all the time. They're like, "Oh, PewDiePie." I'm like, "No, like we don't do that shit here. Like, get out of here."
I don't follow him enough to know all of that. The only thing I remember is he did some Fiverr thing where he got like some Indian dudes to like say some wild shit or something like that, like a Nazi sign or something.
No, he's a big user of the N-word, which we just cannot.
Yeah,
it's like certain things once you say on stream, you just got to be like,
yeah,
you're done.
Well, and what I was going to say about the Paul brothers is they're the reason why you see all the other generations shit on millennials when that's actually some Gen Z shit. But they're just like they're the epitome of Tide Pod eating frat bros that I fucking hate.
It's so annoying. There was an opportunity came around this week where I got hit up, and the one dude was like, "Hi, I'm a rep. I don't even know if I should say it. One of those two brothers. They were like, "Hi, I'm his assistant. We're doing this thing. We'd like you to be a part of it." And it like came along right when, you know, when you lose your job because of this Corona stuff, and you're you're coming down. You're like, I could really use that money, but I like stuck to my guns, and I messaged him back, and I was like, I don't want to be associated with either of them. Thank you very much. Like, find somebody else. Go get fucked, basically.
Well, good for you, man. Because because it's funny. I have a conversation all the time with people about like, because for me, just knowing a lot of the wheelings and dealings, that Tyler Perry has a tendency to like not always pay people what they should be properly paid and shit like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like a lot, especially the writers. There's a lot of talk amongst writers that will go and like work on a project for him, and then he'll pay them kind of, you know, cents on the dollar, but then just slap his name on it and run with it and shit like that. So like there's this weird, I get asked all the time, and like, you know, well, if he came to you tomorrow and was like, yo, he wants you to star in his new movie and a TV show after that, like, would I fucking do it? And I'm like,
right.
I honestly don't know, because the other thing that's about it is you don't necessarily see a lot of anybody that had a name before going into it tended to be fine afterwards. But anybody that tried to make a name, nobody has really gotten like catapulted from that as a starting point. You know what I mean? They've you know, they've done all right, but they're not like set and shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like I totally get it. It's a weird dilemma. It's a kind of as close to a Sophie's Choice as you're gonna get.
Dude,
like,
it wasn't even a thought, because a while ago we did this thing where we were like, cool, let's work with some of the biggest YouTubers and we'll like do piercings for them, and they'll all get like do videos. So those will all hit around the same time. And I wrote down a list of the biggest YouTubers, and of course that name was on there. And I sat there and I stared at it for like half an hour, and I was like, if this person ever asked you to work with them, would you do it, even though like you very much disagree with everything they say and what they do? Like, would you take money over it? And I came to the conclusion, I was like, no, fuck that person. And then it actually came through, and I was like, do I stick to this? Like, this is, and it was the worst time to go with that route instead of just taking the money. But
it's always fun to see what happens when you get put in your worst case scenario if you stick to it and shit, right? Wow. So I'm gonna switch it up. Instead of finishing that streaming, I'm gonna go to the other element of you that I think is really big, and that's your body piercing. So how about your 5 favorite types of piercings that you like to do?
Oh yeah. Weird small stuff on the ear where it's just like a couple of different things, and it's very focused on the person's anatomy. And then, man, you know what? It's a weird question, because it's not even about what I like to do. A lot of it is focused on the person's anatomy. If they come through with a weird part of their ear or something they're unhappy with, or they're talking about like, this makes me feel self-conscious, and then we can get them to, like, when they go to look at it in the mirror, like usually that's the point where I'm like cleaning up stuff. Like I've got like a gloved hand with a bunch of stuff in. And I'm always like sneaking an eyeball to the mirror to be like, all right, their first reaction is going to be the honest one. And honestly, like if they crack a massive smile in the mirror, well, on first seeing it, you're like, cool, we hit it. Like that's the one. Like it's not even about what my favorite thing to do is. It's about.
Do you have because we only have a few minutes left. Do you have like maybe then a top 5 like moments body piercing then, like without going into full story mode? Like,
oh yeah, we did a set of gears on a girl's face that worked. They were like a moving set of gears, like you turn one and they all start working.
That's cool.
It was like this, and it was on another body piercer that drove from Vegas to get it done.
Wow.
And she got it done, and she just started bawling. Like she was with her boyfriend, and she like hugged her boyfriend. She just started crying, and I was like, that's it, man. That's the one.
That's so cool.
Like she just loved it.
Okay, so you had the gears above her eyebrow.
Yeah, that was crazy. And then
fuck it, we'll just call that all 5. I don't.
Let's do it.
You did 2 piercings and 3 streamers. We'll call that your last.
Yeah, Winston's like, you couldn't have possibly had 5 good moments in your lifetime,
unless you got them off the top of your head. Like
I don't.
I want to make sure that we keep you on schedule. I know you got stuff going on. So, all right, well then let's go ahead and start to wrap this up. So, Chris, tell them how they can find you, plug whatever you want to plug, man, all that good stuff.
Cool. Right now, the best thing you can do is head to twitch.tv/Chris Saint. We've just recently moved over to that, so we're rebuilding a viewership there. So head over to twitch.tv/Chris Saint. If you can't do that, just head to Instagram, type in Chris Saint, and you will see me. It comes up top. It's the one with the little blue bubble, and you'll see the thing.
Oh shit, you got a check, boy?
Yeah, just like Emmy.
Well, I mean, Emmy's that's the thing. Maybe that's my rule. Unless you have a check, I can't interview you. That's
very LA of you. That is the most LA thing I've ever fucking
Hey,
heard.
bro, look, it's catching up with all of us. That's all I have to say. It's just that it's very slowly. Which, how did you even end up getting that? You just applied to it or some shit? Or
Yeah, when the show was out, Network did it on our Twitter accounts, and then somebody came up to me and was like, "Do you want to apply for it on Instagram?" And I got in. They changed the rule eventually, so it was like actual celebrities. Like it was down here, and then they changed it, and I got in. I got in right at the ass end of that. Yeah, so I'm the last nobody to get one.
God damn. Hey man, look, that by itself makes you a somebody. Like, I mean, shit, I just opened it real quick. I mean, you're sitting at 87K followers and got that check, son. So I think it looks good.
It looks good. It looks good.
It looks dope, man. You know.
Yep.
Okay, bet. So thank you, first of all, so much for taking the time out of your day to do this, man. Like, you know, I hope that everybody, you know, learned a little bit of something about streaming and shit like that. About piercing, like. The only thing I ever got pierced was my ears, man. Like for a while, I was right. Like that was the shit to do in the 2000s with black dudes. You just had them studs and shit.
I never even got my ears pierced. I got like stuff like this in my hand, but I never actually got I got my whole arm done. I got my neck pierced at one point, but never my ears.
It was just that for me, like other than the ears piercing thing, it wasn't a thing like for me personally. Like I just didn't love it as much. But I think that women with piercings are fucking sexy, dude. So I get it. Like Kristen, she got a nose ring, she had a belly button ring. Like I was just like, yo, okay.
You were like, your stock just went up 30 points.
I was like, yo, what your name is though? Like, okay. So, but yes, thank you again for coming out, man. Definitely everybody, please go and follow Chris on Twitch, on Instagram, on Twitter. See some of the amazing stuff he does. I love watching his clips on his stories on Facebook and Instagram of him just like randomly like boom, headshot. Oh shit, I better go get my Tostito out the oven. Like, you know,
we're posting those highlights every day now because what else we got to do?
I know, right? So, again, Chris, thank you so much. This has been another episode of the Quarantine Series, y'all. We're going to have another one coming to you next week. Obviously, the Patreons, you're getting this on April 10th. The $15 and $5 tiers, the $1 tiers, we'll be getting that on Monday. And then
when does your OnlyFans get it?
My OnlyFans, well, we have to re-record our OnlyFans version of this.
Your OnlyFans?
My yeah, we'll do that. You let me know on Saturday when you got some time, and we'll record that. Yep. But again, thank you so much, y'all. We'll be back here next week. Love y'all. Have a good one. Stay safe. Stay clean. That's what's up.